information about Eko, because it's not enough to buy a project if you don't have detailed knowledge about that project. So this is the essence of this video. We're going to be speaking with one of the management of Eko to find out more information on how this project started and the core idea and everything we need to know about this beautiful edifice. So I'm going to be speaking, I'm going to keep this anonymous just for the purpose of privacy, okay? So let's get all the information, all the juicy information we can get about Eko.
So primarily it's a residential towers.
Alright.
The project is made for 5 towers. We've delivered 2 towers. Out of a possible 5, we've delivered the black and the champagne pearl.
Oh, I love that name, champagne pearl.
To come are still the white, the aquamarine, and the indigo.
Oh wow.
We are currently on the ground floor of the champagne pearl. Actually,
Please take that name again, champagne pearl.
yes, that's the champagne pearl.
Oh, I love that name. I like the way it sounds.
It's the tallest residential building in Nigeria. It's 32 floors.
Wow, amazing.
It's
The tallest.
residential building. The black is actually 24 floors. That was the first residential building delivered in Eko Atlantic in 2016.
Wow.
We delivered the champagne in 2017, and
Wow.
up until now, we still have plans to deliver the remaining 3 on 25,000 square meters. That's the entire project, but we're still looking to develop, as I said. The Black Pearl has 24 floors, while the Champagne has 32 floors. The regular floors, there are 4 apartments, while on the paint floors, there's just 2 apartments.
Wow.
Attached to the buildings are common areas where you have an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Yeah.
You have a gym.
Yeah.
Recently completed a playground, and now we also have a spa just by the shop area. And then we also have 2 restaurants, the steakhouse and the restaurant. The Pearl is called the restaurant, but the Black Pepper is the steakhouse.
Okay.
So,
I saw that, yeah.
the apartments are priced actually every 6 floors.
Okay.
By 6 floors, I mean from the ground to the 6th floor is a particular price category, and then we move from there. Currently,
So the higher you go, the higher the price.
yes, correct. I mean, because what we're trying to sell is the view.
Is the views.
So the 2 bedrooms have a view of the ocean.
Yeah.
Primarily, it's an ocean view.
Yeah.
The 3 bedrooms have a view of the marina. All the penthouse have a view of both the ocean and the marina, giving it like a 180 degree view.
I see.
Right now, we are currently in 2023, so the ancillary services, which is what people want to know, what service charge covers.
Yeah.
A regular 3-bedroom, what services cover a 2-bedroom, and all that. So that's, for the 3-bedroom is 3 million
Okay.
naira for the service charge.
That's annually, right?
2 bedrooms is 2.7 million naira.
Okay.
Now the penthouse is 3.5 million naira service charge.
Okay, so with the service charge, you have access to everything, the gym,
Yes,
the
so
swimming pool, everything.
Service charge covers basically every other thing except for power.
Okay.
Maintenance of the common area, insurance of the exterior of the building. We also have the service charge covering the security, water treatment, parking, fire alarm system, every other thing, the elevator maintenance, the cleaning, security, the gym, refuse disposal, every other thing except for power.
Okay.
Power is being sold at 175 naira per kilowatt currently.
Okay.
So pretty much it's a good investment. Why? Because it's the first residential building developed in Eko Atlantic City.
Yeah.
So you want to be
So it's a
one of the
statement building.
statement buildings.
Amazing.
So primarily we have a mixture of Nigerians in diaspora,
Okay.
Nigerian businesses,
Okay.
companies investing behind the apartment. So I'll say if you really want to get value for your money, considering the fact that the American embassy just did their groundbreaking, now would be a good time to buy, because by 20, so that's in 4 years time,
Okay.
the project for the construction of the American embassy, as we heard, it's going to be a 4-year project, and they're already 1 year down. So prices of property by default begin to tend to rise as they complete their project.
So just for what's the correlation between the American embassy and then the value of real estate in Eko Atlantic City?
So because I mean America is
More
usually,
foreigners are coming
yeah,
in.
so again there'll be so where American embassy has their lots located, kind of it's a statement of security.
Yeah.
It's a statement of prestige
You're
by
right.
default. So interestingly, most of the lots in and around of where they are have actually been taken up, but not necessarily developed just yet. So
Sorry, let me take you back a bit. What is the location where the embassy is going to be? Is it here?
So we are located in the downtown district in Eko Atlantic,
Okay.
where you can have a mixture of both commercial and residential buildings.
Yeah, yeah.
Where the American embassy is located is actually the Avenue District. By Avenue District, that's where you can have residential buildings, standalone buildings, where you have the villas, where you
Okay.
have
Okay.
buildings that can stand alone, 3 stories, 2 stories, nothing going high. So
Wow.
that's just the difference.
Like this is a breaking point. So American embassy is going to be here in Eko Atlantic City. This is a breaking point.
Interestingly, it's actually
Wow.
their biggest embassy in the world. So the American
yeah.
embassy in Nigeria is actually the biggest they have,
Wow.
biggest consulate they have.
Wow. Wow.
So pretty
Wow.
much,
Wow.
if we had another rescheduling, then I'll be able to take you to, because we have some lots there that
Yeah.
we're trying to develop as well to sell.
I definitely would love to.
villas.
I've come back for this.
Maybe
And when we were working, you made reference that because I mean, yesterday I was with a developer. We were supposed to have, a meeting, and then we realized that like he wanted to book a place here, a residence here. Realized that everywhere was completely booked. So speaking of people looking to buy for investment or possibly for the short-lived market, can you talk a bit about the market performances here?
So I'll give you just a bit of a background. So there's usually a particular period of the year that's called the peak period, which
Definitely.
is where we're trying to get into now, which is
Yeah.
the Christmas
December,
period,
yeah.
the holiday season. So
Very.
that's a peak season. Also during summer holidays, sometime in August, September, it's also a peak season.
Mhm.
We have some of the religious holidays, the Easter holidays, the Muslim holidays. Those are peak
Valentine's
seasons. You talk of Valentine because you're wearing red. I mean, that's also a period of good business. So
Yeah.
the apartments pretty much sell out themselves. It's a destination that everybody wants to come to,
Definitely.
more or less the Dubai of
Lagos,
Lagos.
Nigeria, actually.
So you want to come and just experience the city. The air is clean, the roads are fantastic, the infrastructure here is, it's none compared to anywhere else. It's the most expensive real estate in Nigeria, so you want to
You're
know
right.
that people want to come here and experience it. So,
You're right.
as an investment vehicle, buying a property here is actually is good investment. We're talking of returns that come as high as maybe 8% of return on investment when it comes to the apartment leasing or shorter stay rentals. And pretty much, but then again, it will depend on which property manager is managing the
You're
property
right,
again,
you're
just
right.
to give you, but it's almost a given
I
that
feel
you
you.
get good returns on your investment. And the prices of the property actually appreciate, every 5 years. So you're looking at appreciation of say since we started of close to almost 8% now. Property has actually appreciated almost 8%. So it's good investment. Some people buy this property to hold, so you don't even want to run it as an investor. You don't want to live in it,
Just need it.
just to hold and buy it, and then just see what the market looks like in the foreseeable future, and then probably sell on it. So
Gotcha.
pretty much that's a quick background of what.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I like it. I like it. So I'm going to take you back a bit. You made mention because I got some comments online. I mean, this is for some of us that ask questions about why the development in Eko Atlantic appears to be slow. So I couldn't really give those information because I'm not in the best of position. I don't have the knowledge or information to break out. So could you give us a little bit of background? I mean, personally, I actually thought probably more developers needed to come in to, engage in more constructions. But apparently, I mean, I'd love to hear from the horse's mouth what's going on.
So that's a very good question. I get a lot of people asking those questions when they come in if they're trying to buy properties here. So First and foremost, I'll start with the fact that the city itself, the infrastructure that has been put in place, it's more than what the eyes can see. The city and the wall itself was designed to withstand the worst kind of storm for 1,000 years to come. So you can tell that a lot has actually gone in the infrastructure underground and along the Great Wall just to shore up the reclamation of this land, because we're actually standing on reclaimed land. This is actually what used to be the Babbage, as some people know it. So we want to make sure that everything is actually put in place. So you come into Eko Atlantic, for example, on a very, very rainy day, and you just wait for 5 minutes when or afterwards the rain. You're probably not going to find any collection or body of water on the streets. That goes into the infrastructure that have actually been put in place here in Eko Atlantic. Then on the business side, that's towards why it seems like a lot hasn't been going on with respect to.
So that means the bulk of the work has actually been underground.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess most people people like us, we are moved by what we see. So that means not really about what you see, it's about what is going on.
On the other side, which is the business side, if you recollect, we hit a recession in 2016 in Nigeria during the last administration, and that really didn't encourage people that had FDI by foreign direct investment to pump a lot of money here.
Yeah.
If you also notice, look at the economic outlook. A lot of foreign businesses were pulling out. Just to reference, the airlines were not even able to take out their dollars, and they were only mandated to take the naira component of that. So by default, that usually wouldn't encourage foreign investors who have the capacities to invest here. So that really slowed down investors coming into it. But towards the tail end of the last administration, towards the end of the administration last year, the forecast and the expectations towards this current administration was already happening, and that was when the American embassy again did their groundbreaking, because they already foresaw that there was going to be possibilities of that administration going out and handing over to this current administration. So after that happened, we've seen significant increase in the number of developments going in around the city. We've seen quite a number of developments. Off the top of my head, I can count 6 new developments going on, including a church. So you can imagine that things are actually going to speed up pretty soon. Give or take, within the next 4 years, you probably wouldn't recognize a Atlantic. So again, now is the right time to buy.
Invest.
If you really want to buy.
Wow. Speaking of the church, I hope it's going to be padded.
So because the city on itself already has its own, so every lot has its own lot regulation. There are setbacks to what you can and what you can't do. So they already have all that in place. So I wouldn't want you to worry too much about that. So it's already in place, but that's beyond what we can control. But for sure, they already put a lot of things in place to control any kind of noise pollution, like you said, not to disturb. And then again, for that, for noise, you cannot escape noise in a construction environment. So what we did here in Eko Pearl was to make sure all our glasses and windows were double glazed. By double glazed, you understand that there are like double layers of glass to prevent and filter out the noise coming in from the neighboring construction company. So if you go into an apartment now and shut all windows and doors, barely hear anything coming in.
I noticed it too, because I know there are massive constructions going on at Azuri Towers, but in here I can't hear a single thing. It's like everything is just, when you get there, you can feel the impact, but when you're here, nothing. So it's beautiful.
It's something that has been thought of, knowing that you're coming to the construction site. We just needed to do that. It's pretty much, so that's just a little background.
I love this conversation, like how, I love it. I like it. Thank you for, spending your time with us, giving us all this detailed information. It means everything, because people need all this information. It helps with making decisions, especially when you're trying to make financial commitment. Especially real estate is the most important financial decision you get to make. So we need every information as we can get. And I really appreciate you. You've been so helpful right from the first time. Everything, like, I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. We've had it all.
Good.
The video, I think we're done with this.